Okay, today I'm going to be talking. This is kind of in response to a video that was done by um, Jesus Freak 777. There's such a thing as a real Jesus Freak, and there's also such a thing as an imposter. Um, and I want you to beware of the imposters because I've been watching this so-called Jesus Freak 777, and he claims to be a Christian or whatever, but he promotes electronic gaming. Um, he lets his kids play video games. He lets his kids subscribe to magazines. They're clearly, if you will, of the devil. He plays video games that he would not permit his son to play. I know I've watched him do a video on explaining why homosexuality is not a greater sin than, oh, I don't know, say, playing Grand Theft Auto.
I never said that being homosexual automatically makes you go to hell. Is it a greater sin than any other sin? Not really.
Today I want to talk to you about a book I recently found on my son's bookshelf, and I'll show it to you here. See if I can show it to you. It's called Lucky Man by Michael J. Fox, and yeah. So I talked to my son about this. You know, he had it hidden under his mattress. And, you know, because I regularly search my son's room, you know, going through his things and whatnot, his laundry hamper, rolled up socks, pre-washed underwear. And these are because, you know, often young boys, and my son is 19, young men, such as his age, will often hide things in shame because they know it's a sin. And I've raised my son to believe in the Scripture, the Holy Bible. And believe me, I can tell you this is not the Holy Bible. Lucky man. First of all, luck. A true Christian, and we are Christians, and I told my son this. I said, son, you have had 19 years of instruction from your father, me, to know the difference between luck and faith. And I guarantee you, I don't even need to see what's in this book to know it's pure filth and it's of the devil. And secondly, look at the name. Michael, that's clearly an imposter's name of the archangel Michael, who is the guardian, one of the guardians of the very throne of God. J, which is clearly an abbreviation for the term Judaism, and Christians aren't of the Judaism law anymore, they're of Christ. And so therefore, not only is he trying to steal the name of Michael, the guardian of the very throne of God, but he's also proclaiming that we should be under the law of Judaism. And the Scripture clearly teaches that Judaism is no more. It was fulfilled by Christ. And finally, the word fox. And those of you who are familiar with the many teachings, the wise teachings of Jesus Christ, you will know that he often used the term fox as a way to describe deceitful people that come in and try to steal the truth from the church. So right off the bat, you know, I pulled this out from underneath my son's mattress, and you know, like I said, he's 19, and so he's very young and still learning very much from me, his father. And I try to talk to him all the time about how to live. I mean, look at this. Look at this. The pictures they have in this book. Is this something that you want to see? This is clearly a picture of a man who's half dressed holding a boy who's clearly got nothing on but his shorts, his undershorts. These are almost, I wouldn't even call this, and I hesitate to use the word, and I tell you, if you're watching with your children, and I urge you to watch with your children, because I watch videos with my child all the time, my son, and I will point things out. I'll say, son, this is the meaning of that. That is the meaning of this. Like for instance, we're watching a movie and it shows two people kissing and those people aren't married. I take my hand and I just kind of cup it over his eyes like this. I don't grab his head because I don't want to intrude on his privacy, but I cup my hand over his eye like this so he can't see. And as he hears the noise, because I do want him to hear the noise, I will say to him, son, this is ungodly, it's not of God. And then I will poke the bottom of his feet with needles so that he feels some pain. And then when I uncover his eyes, then I let him see the end of what he was looking at, and then I say to him, now son, do you see how that pains God? People shouldn't kiss before they're married. And even if they're married in the movies, but the actors, if the two actors kissing aren't married, I still don't let my son watch it. I just kind of cup like this, but I never grab my son. The only time I ever touch my son is if I have to discipline him with a rod of discipline, in which case I will actually use a rod, which we'll get into. But again, look at this. Is this something that you want your 19 to 25-year-old children looking at? I don't think so. And plus, he's got some boxing gloves on here, which clearly says it's denoting violence and condoning violence. And so, look at the title of this picture: Years of Wonders, or The Real Secret of My Real Success. First of all, Michael J. Fox, or whatever your name is, you're not the angel, you're not the archangel. And secondly, it's not your success, it's not my success, it's God's success. If you're a success, it's because God made you a success. And so I want to say that if you're looking at Jesus Freak 777, so-called, you need to switch over to this video. And what we're talking about here is real Christianity. We're going to be addressing all issues. I'll be taking emails. I'll be looking at current events. We're going to be talking about the upcoming elections, because you have to realize that most people don't pay any attention to the Bible. They are simply listening to other people talk about the Bible. But I can guarantee you this is not of God. It's pure filth, and I will now and forever forbid my son from looking at this. And that is the way you should be viewing it. And for Jesus Freak 777 to claim that he's a Christian and he's sitting here playing video games with his son, and I think one time I was looking at him and he was driving in a car while he's talking on a video camera, which is clearly a violation of the law. And so I'm not here to argue whether or not this person is a Christian. I'm just saying he's not really a Jesus freak, but I would question whether or not he's a Christian. And so if you would like to debate me on this, if you want to talk about it, please come right ahead. I'm going to try to keep all my videos under 10 minutes, so it's easy to watch, it's also easy to upload. But occasionally I'll be talking about some things that require longer periods of time. And so in that case, I want you to look at the bottom of the screen. Either sometimes at the bottom of the screen I'll put something like see part 2, or I'll embed in the code something like a code that links over to another website. You can see some of the things that we're talking about. But don't worry about any of your family being able to watch this, because I will always explain everything using the scripture. But today I just wanted to warn you, be careful for this book. It's called Lucky Man. And let's see if we can get it on the screen here. Yeah, Lucky Man. And it's a memoir, and it's not really a true memoir because it's not from the scripture. So I want you to beware of this. And then I'll see you later. This is Jesus Freak 777, The Real, reminding you to keep it real for Jesus.